So you often hear people telling you to eat slower, noticing when you're full, savouring and enjoying your food, and just being more mindful. But how do you actually go about doing those things? It's all very well telling someone or reading that you need to do it, but how do you actually do it? So in this video, I'd like to go over some techniques on how to do those things. So the first thing is just to be more present when you're eating. So it's really common in the modern day world to eat while we're doing other things, maybe walking along, watching TV, etc. And when you're doing something else while eating, you're not really noticing what's going in your mouth. You're not really savouring the flavours. You're not really paying attention to whether you're full or not. So removing distractions, yeah, it can be difficult. But if you're walking, just wait until you're sitting down. If you're watching TV, I know it's hard, but maybe just try it for a week. Switch off the TV and eat while just with your thoughts and just really savour your food. Or with a friend. Something a bit more social is good, but when you're with the TV, you're just kind of shoveling food into your mouth, really focused on what's going on and not really thinking about the food that's going into your body. The next one is putting your fork, spoon, whatever, down between bites of your meal. So you have a bite and you put it down, you chew the food, you savour it, you really sort of pay attention to what you're eating, and it stops you just shoveling stuff in. It extends the length of the meal so you enjoy it more, but like I said as well, you enjoy actually the flavours because you're not just doing it for just the fact of getting it down you. So yeah, again, this one can be difficult, but it's just trial and practice, and it does become more natural once you've done it a few times. So the next one is taking smaller bites. So when you go to take some food with your fork or your spoon, don't just grab the biggest amount you can. Take a small amount and your meal will last longer because you're dividing it into smaller pieces and you start to enjoy it more. And this again, it takes thinking, but like I said, you savour and you enjoy the meal more because it's split over a longer period of time. You still get the flavour, but you're not having so much in your mouth at the same time. And that leads on to the next one. So when you have food in your mouth, finish what's in your mouth before you put the next amount in. It's so easy to kind of chew away and be nearly finished and then put something else in your mouth. Take a second between the bites, finish what's in your mouth, savour it, and again, it just makes your meal last longer and you start to enjoy it more. Another one related to speed of your meal is you want to draw out the process of eating a bit longer. So you can set a timer to see how long it usually takes you to eat. And then over the next few days, try and eat slower using the techniques I just explained and try and extend that meal time. So set the timer and try and aim for a longer time. And again, you start to enjoy the meal, it lasts longer. You start to be mindful of what's going in your mouth, the flavours and the experience of eating. So another really cool technique as well is just to check in with your meal and be more mindful of everything to do with it. So the flavours, the smell, the fullness you're feeling from eating the food. And you can do that either by setting a timer for every 2 minutes, or when a certain amount of the food is gone from your plate. So say a quarter, half, 3/4 and the full plate. So what you do is when either 2 minutes or a quarter of your plate is gone, you stop, you put your fork down and you just savour it. You think, how full am I feeling? What are the flavours I'm experiencing? What's the smell? And just take that few seconds just to check in and enjoy what you're eating rather than just shoveling it all in your mouth. And again, this extends the period of time you're eating. It makes you aware of what you're eating and makes you enjoy it more. And these techniques, these aren't easy. It's just like going to the gym. You have to do it often, and over time you get better at it. Over time, like going to the gym, you get stronger. Over time doing these things, it becomes more natural. The first time you do it, it'll be difficult. You might not even remember to do it on a half, on a quarter, half, 3/4, etc. because you're not used to doing it. It's a very conscious effort at the beginning. But over time, practicing it regularly, writing it down, recording it, you've done it, you kind of remember, and it becomes a more natural experience. So the last one as well, another technique you could use is to eat half of your plate, put the rest in the fridge or somewhere aside, wait 30 minutes, and over that 30 minutes, experience the feeling of how full you are. And then after 30 minutes has passed, if you're still hungry, go back to your meal. If you're not, use it as a snack later or another meal. And this is a great way to, again, just be aware of hunger, be aware of how full you're feeling, and also often you realise you don't want the rest of the food and you can save it for another meal, like I said, and that will cut down your calories. So all these techniques are different ways to be more mindful and save your food. Each one is a different technique, of course, and the best way to go about implementing these is just to pick one and concentrate on it for, say, a week. Record what you're doing, remind yourself you're going to do it, and just be aware that at the beginning, like I said, it's not easy because it's like a new routine. You're very conscious of what you're doing, and like anything, you start it and it's difficult at the beginning, but as you do it, it becomes more natural and it becomes more rewarding. You start to get the benefits from it after doing it for a little while. So if you find it difficult at the beginning, don't give up straight away, because everything is difficult at the beginning. Persevere, believe that it's a process that works, and you'll get really good results. So I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. Like, share and comment as always, and let me know how this goes for you as well.